Here you are, appearing to be a you, and somewhere you may have heard that all there is formless, non-dual consciousness. Encountering this wisdom may have confirmed or awakened the intuition of the existence of formless, non-dual consciousness. And now the longing has arisen to experience it. Thus, your journey to seek the direct experience starts with the intuition of its existence. Contemplating that pure consciousness is non-dual, the understanding may arise that there is nothing but pure consciousness. And therefore you may also realize, so I am also that. So I am pure consciousness, as there is nothing but pure consciousness. Merely realizing or intuiting this does not mean actual self-realization. It means that you now have a philosophy with which you can continue your search. Because why are you not yet experiencing everything as formless non-dual consciousness? So it appears as if there is a veil between you and pure consciousness. It doesn't matter if you call it Maya, the illusion, Shakti, the appearing manifesting power, or Lila, the divine play of consciousness. Appear means that this veil itself is merely an illusion. It only seems to exist, because all there is the formless, non-dual consciousness. You may think, if this veil doesn't exist, why should I even spend time with this veil? Why not only contemplate on that? Because as long as this veil appears to exist, you are constantly disturbed by the movements that seem to appear within the non-existing veil. And because you identify yourself with these movements and are attached to these movements, therefore you will have to deal with the attachments in order to reach pure consciousness. So as long as this veil appears to exist, why not get to know it, train it, and master it, so you can decrease the attachments to it? This is why the yogis gave us all kinds of concepts that seem to appear within the non-existing veil, so that structures, patterns, and clusters of movements and attachments can be observed. Briefly, a few of these concepts are: the non-existing veil seems to be made of 5 different layers or colorings: avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, and abhinavesha. The non-existing veil seems to have 3 aspects: tamas, rajas, and sattva. There appear to be 5 elements within the non-existing veil: space, air, fire, water, and earth. The mind appears to have 4 functions: manas, chitta, ahamkara, and buddhi. And you appear to be built in the non-existing veil as body, breath, conscious mind, active unconscious mind, and latent unconscious mind. Recognizing and observing these concepts within yourself will expand your understanding of how the non-existing veil seems to work. Practicing these concepts and gaining mastery over them will reduce the attachment and will slowly turn these concepts from identifications into beautiful instruments and tools. Then you will be able to play in this magnificent non-existing veil in a non-attached way. When awareness is trained to move inward through the layers of the non-existing veil, you can train the appearing concepts to be as still as possible. This means when awareness is directed to the most surface level of you, it is made still so that awareness can dive beyond it, knowing that who you really are has nothing to do with the temporary existence of the concept body. Awareness is then directed to the next layer and is allowed to flow as smoothly and calmly as possible, which will have a direct influence on how the layer beneath it moves, as breath and conscious mind are each other's mirror. Then awareness is trained to be undisturbed, unaffected, and uninvolved by the movements that appear from the deeper layers of the non-existing veil, so that it can dive beyond all the movements into the depth of stillness and silence. Now awareness is barely engaged in the concepts of the non-existing veil and is able to become aware of what it truly is. To have all the awareness gathered in this stillness and silence is a different place than where the non-existing journey started. Here, awareness can sink into the silent awe of knowing that all there is the formless non-dual consciousness, therefore allowing pure consciousness to reveal itself. And then, when awareness appears to move outward, when consciousness appears to play as you in the non-existing veil with all its concepts, it knows, I am the formless non-dual consciousness. This realization is now based on constantly, directly experiencing this truth, and not merely based on intuition or philosophy. Therefore it is said, there is no path, but only a fool doesn't walk it. For there truly is only the formless non-dual consciousness, and all you ever are is that. But until this is fully realized, the non-existing veil will allow there to be a non-existing path. This saying can be expanded. There is no practice, but only a fool does not do it. Or, there is no veil, but only a fool doesn't purify it, train it, master it, and gain non-attachment to it, so he can go beyond it. But actually, know that it is pure consciousness itself that only appears to manifest outward. Therefore, there never was a you moving inward through the non-existing veil. It was consciousness appearing as you, doing practice, walking the non-existing journey through the non-existing veil. Oh, how magnificent is the play of pure consciousness!